So I think there are two situations that perhaps we must consider, and I would perhaps look at them as two different baskets, or time baskets, so to speak. One is the position as it existed at the time of the pronouncement of the Shreya Singhal judgment, which Mr. Abhishek Singh was just mentioning, and the kind of circumstances and exigencies that have unfolded post that particular judgment. So until that particular judgment, I think most of us were perhaps on the same page that social media platforms, especially like Twitter and Facebook, perhaps are entitled to treatment as intermediaries. And as someone who participated in the matter, I'm certainly aware of what happened in that particular matter. Therefore, as Mr. Abhishek Singh rightly points out, Section 69A was also under challenge, but the Supreme Court ultimately upheld the vires of the particular challenge, or rather upheld the vires of the particular provision, despite having struck down Section 66A and the corresponding provision of the Kerala State Police Act. So that was the understanding until the Shreya Singhal judgment. But post the Shreya Singhal judgment, what has certainly happened is that a number of instances have raised certain red flags with respect to the consistency and let's say the manner in which social media platforms pixelate certain views, push certain views, or let's say block certain views, so to speak, effectively speaking. And that inconsistency at least has seen a spike in the last 4 to 5 years significantly. And usually the concept of editorial control is seen as that control which is exercised prior to the transmission or the publication of the content. However, when it comes to social media platforms, the fact of the matter is they are in a position to exercise ex post facto editorial control, which is to say, post the publication of the content, they still have certain rights and powers to remove certain content or block certain content under the terms of use as well as the privacy policy, as well as under the guidelines of, let's say, the intermediary rules which they're supposed to have mandatorily speaking. So there is a certain degree of editorial control that even these platforms exercise. Whether it is pre or post does not make a difference as long as you're in a position to interfere with the content, whether before or after publication. Therefore, I think it is time that we revisited their claim of being intermediaries, coupled with the fact that, be it the CA riots or even the Republic Day riots, so to speak, there appears to be significant questions having been raised with respect to their conduct, the manner in which certain hashtags were pushed, and the kind of hyperbole that was indulged in, which could have endangered life, limb, and certainly the dignity of the country on the international stage, which I think certainly matters. Considering that, I think the government is well within its right to, let's say, take stock of the situation and ask itself whether these entities are truly merely intermediaries and can they be treated as publishers who have a certain degree of obligation with respect to the content that is disseminated on them. That I think the government is fairly within its right to do. Any questions of constitutionality, I think, would be premature at this particular point of time unless until we take a look at the details of the rules. But in principle, the government certainly has the power to regulate this particular medium. No medium is an exception to the government's power to regulate under Article 19(2).